Yeah. You gotta work. You gotta work, grind, shine, it's mine. Gotta show everybody it's my time. Getting here, you gotta work, grind, shine. Never mind who talking down, cause they lying. Don't talk, you gotta work.
Welcome to Let's Talk with Carl Lee and frequent guest hosts Hollis Lewis and Lisa Otey, where sports, culture, and community intersect. Join the crew as they dive into engaging conversations with guests from all walks of the sports life. Let's Talk is proudly presented by attorney Frank Walker. Real talk, real experience, real results. FrankWalkerLaw.com. And by the all-new historic Coyer Diner in downtown Charleston. Online at CoyerDiner.com. Let the conversation begin on Let's Talk.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carl Lee with Let's Talk. And Hollis Lewis is not in the building, but my beautiful co-host Lisa Otey is in the building.
Hello.
How are you, Lisa?
I'm good. How are you?
I am really good. I'm actually excited. We have a player, a former WVU player that I'm going to have you introduce.
I would love that.
Who also played for the Buffalo Bills, and I consider him a friend, and I'll talk more about that friendship.
You're taking half of my introduction, Mr. Lee, but that's okay.
I'm going to let you go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it.
All right. So our honored guest tonight is a former, as Carl said, professional football player. He was a linebacker in the NFL for 14 seasons during the 1980s and 90s. He played collegiate football for West Virginia University and was recognized as an All-American during his time there. He also played professionally for the Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons, and Minnesota Vikings. I give Carl the side-eye of the NFL. There you go. And played in 4 Super Bowls with the Bills. We'd like to welcome to the podcast tonight Mr. Darryl Talley. Welcome, Darryl.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
It's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one is going to be fun because I already know you, and I know that there is no following any kind of a script with you. So who knows what you'll say? So, but
hey, I've gotten better. I've gotten much better. I will say that. Well, let me be the judge of that after the show's over. So okay. let me take you back and ask you a question about WVU. Your time with WVU, and what do you see now with WVU compared to what you saw it as being a player there, a great player there, and what do you see now that you think makes it different? Not as, I don't know if you want to say that this is the right word, not as good, or what do you think about the game of football that is being played at WVU overall? Okay, let's see. Well, thank you guys for having me, first of all.
Oh, thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Here's the thing. What I see at WVU right now, I see a program that was in flux. Right now, we're trying to go from one coach to another and one type of player to another. So we've got 78 guys, 80 guys we brought in that Rich didn't recruit from high school. He's got a few high school guys in it he's recruited. But basically, this thing has been built through the portal, where you got 78 new guys come into a school. And that's just like everybody coming in as a freshman. Everybody coming in as rookies, because nobody has any prior knowledge of what his schemes are, what's to be expected, or anything like that. So that's a huge difference for a coach. A coach has usually got some sort of footing where he's had time to build his program and get his thoughts across to his team, how he wants to practice, how he wants the plays to be ran. A coach has had a chance to do that. Well, we really haven't had that much time. We've had time for guys to learn the system, but now in order for the system to become theirs and them own it. So that's just going to take time. There's nothing else but time going to get that.
Is the WVU fan base willing to be that patient with the coach?
Here's the thing. We've got no choice, because what are our other choices?
Preach. Preach.
What are our other choices? We've got one of our own in the house. We've got somebody we feel that we trust. We've got somebody who's played at that level, who's played the way that we want to play football. He's kept everybody held accountable. So, yeah, you got a guy in the house that can do the job. Now it's the idea of getting him to, just like they said, getting the chef the proper ingredients to make a cake. We got to go get him the ingredients for a cake. Or he's got to go do his own shopping because they're not letting me do his shopping for him. I'm not his baker.
Yeah, that was good analogy. And I think you're right. I think the fan base does have to be patient, Darryl.
You got to give him a year. You got to give him 2 years, 3 years to do that because you got to remember, you got young 17-year-old kids that you're bringing in that you're expecting to do things with. And think about that.
Yeah.
Think about you when you were 17 years old. How screwy was your brain? Where were you going?
What do you mean, Darryl? I think Carl's still in that stage. I don't know if he ever left that adolescence.
Well, I just went from 13 to 14.
I know. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little better.
I would have said 12 to 13 for him, but I'll work with him.
Oh, no.
Go ahead. Well, well, let me ask you this, and this is kind of more direct. And I'm curious to see because you kind of sounded like you really trust in the head coach.
I trust in the process.
Okay,
I trust in the process.
Or is the process, or do you like the coach's pick or the university's pick of the coach?
I like the university's pick as a coach, number one, because I feel like I've got one of my own in the house that's been through the same wars I've been through. This had to be down there throwing up in the basement of towers, down on the field, throwing up. I've seen that. I don't have to wonder about that.
Right.
I know that. I know that's what he's been through. I don't have to guess. I was there. I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing beats self-experience. So that much I know. That much I'm not worried about. But what I'm worried about is giving him the proper amount of time because here's the thing. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Right.
And you're asking to turn a program around that had good players in it, but a lot of guys left. And this is the time now, these times now, if you don't like the place, you can leave.
Right.
There's no repercussions for you leaving now. There used to be repercussions for us.
And if you play good for a season, you can leave. You can leave. You're leaving.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's all about money.
So I think that makes it hard to grow a team with guys year in and year out because the better guys are going to leave.
Yeah, the better guys are going to leave. So what I'm thinking is Richie's got to get him a nucleus of guys. He's got to recruit guys this year. He may lose a few, and he's got to recruit a class next year. Next year we'll give him 2 classes of recruits of his guys he went out and got. He handpicked what he wanted. Okay, everybody else can come from the portal. That's fine. Then he goes to the third year. The third year coming out, I think Rich should be ready to go. And he should be full with Bear. He should be on for Bear at that time. Because he should have a roster full of his guys that now know exactly what to do because he's brought them in from freshmen. Now they're juniors. Think about your growth from your freshman year to your junior year. Would anybody know you as a freshman if they seen you then and then seen you as a junior?
you can take, man, you might even want to take that to a junior.
I know the answer.
Yeah.
I asked the answer.
Oh, wow. So
I'm way ahead of you.
I hear you.
Yeah. So Darryl, I'm gonna switch lanes and take you back in time a little bit to East Cleveland, where you attended Shaw High School.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I read some information about your time there that during that time you played both fullback and linebacker, and it kind of pushed away some of your recruiting schools because you never settled on either position, and so
I didn't play fullback, man.
You didn't play both?
No.
In high school?
I was never a fullback.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
My sophomore year, I played running. I tried to play running back my sophomore year.
Running back. Okay, that's my bad. And linebacker?
I was the women. No, yeah. And my sophomore year, I played 1 year. I looked at the guy.
Yeah.
I got hit. I went back to my coach.
Okay.
I was the fullback.
Okay.
I ran a trap, and I had 2 guys about 270 pounds apiece sandwich me And I was a fast
And that was
kid
that.
coming, so I got him off the ground. I went back over to Mr. Bowman, and I told him, if I ever ask you to play running back again, kick me in my ass. Excuse my expression. That's what I said.
Well, that explains the whole debacle there, right?
I've never been back on the other side of offense again.
Oh,
Bro,
my gosh.
that's what got me on
Yeah.
the defensive side also.
Yeah.
I experienced that, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't really think I want to do this.
Yeah.
I'd rather hit you than you hit me.
Oh, my gosh.
But they hit me.
Yeah.
They hit me. And let's put it this way: they made a sandwich out of me. And it was. You got to remember, when I was in school, I was only 135 pounds.
Oh, wow. Okay.
These guys are 270
Yeah.
a piece. So no. I'll strike fire on anybody. I'll strike fire on anybody.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Okay, well, let me see if this part's correct. Maybe the internet was lying to me all day today. Did you actually miss your last 7 high school games with a broken ankle?
Yep.
Okay.
I only played 10 varsity games.
Okay.
7 my junior year
Yes.
and 3 my senior year.
Okay, so
Junior year broke my ankle.
Yes. Okay.
Senior year broke my hand.
Broke your hand.
Wow.
Okay. So whenever those injuries occurred, and then WVU came knocking on your door and actively recruited you, what were your initial thoughts thinking about the school? That's a delayed response. I'm not sure if we want to hear this, Darryl.
You can hear it, because I'm going to tell you what. I got to go to a lot of schools, but what was interesting, when I got to West Virginia, there were a lot of guys from my area there. There were already a lot of guys from the Ohio area there.
Okay.
And the other thing that attracted me was it was 8-1.
Right.
Guys to girls. And Syracuse.
Why did I know you forgot
It was like 5. I mean, it was 4-4. I mean, it was a lot closer to Syracuse. It was 9-1 in West Virginia. So I figured I'm going with the odds. And I had more fun on my recruiting trip in West Virginia.
I bet you did.
I'm a guy that I take the odds in my favor. I'm not that guy that's not going to bet on himself.
Oh, goodness.
And trust me.
I've always bet on Darryl.
Good.
And trust me, I've been around him. He's betting on him.
Bet on Darryl. Darryl, I know what I'm working with. I know what I got. I know what I am. I know how I am. I will not quit. Darryl's in this for the long haul. If he decides to do it, he's getting in it. He's getting involved.
And isn't it interesting, though, because I think when people think of certain players, they see them, they think that they're, they evaluate them as good, great, whatever. But when you actually talk about your self-confidence, it seems like well, wait a minute, is he cocky? And I don't think that people understand what confidence that you have to have.
I just know. No, I just know what I know.
Right.
And that's it.
And people can be uncomfortable with that. Yeah.
Yes, I've had people trying to tell me what I knew that I didn't know. If I knew it to be true, they're trying to tell me it's not. And I'm like, no. You got the wrong one. And that's when they get the idea that, he's stubborn, he's something different, he's a different kind of human. Because he's built a little different when it comes to that.
But most great players, most players who get to the next level are different. They are different.
Oh, I'll attest to that.
I'll attest to that. Yes, we are. We are a little different.
Yeah, we're a little different. We are hard. It's hard to manage.
Oh gosh,
we're not wired the same way.
That's the way.
Everybody else may have regular wiring. We got that super wiring,
and that's what motivates you for sure. So, well, let's go back in time. Not quite as far this time, Darryl. Okay, but we'll go to 1979-82. You were part of the Mountaineer team. You led the team, I think, in 81 to the Peach Bowl and the Gator Bowl in 82, and you were 1-1 in those games, correct? I think you had a victory over Florida in Peach, and then lost to Florida State, Gator Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gator Bowl's always been tough for Mountaineers, hasn't it?
And she is a Mountaineer fan, just so you know.
I went to
let me
Marshall.
tell
I
you
like
what.
both. Don't let him tell you such blasphemy. I love
Gator
both
Bowl-
schools. Yeah, go
The
ahead.
Gator Bowl was a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, the Peach Bowl, we had something to prove.
Yes.
We had been I felt disrespected. We were the little only childs from the West Virginia.
Right.
We were little old children from West Virginia playing football. We had no business out there playing with those big boys from Florida. Those boys in Florida that were all Americans, all of these great guys, and what are they going to do? Play these little lonely kids from West Virginia for? We brought a mud turtle to the game and a fight. We
Wow.
brought a fight and a resolve to the game that nobody had seen.
Yeah.
They didn't think that we would come at them that hard.
Right.
They honestly didn't think we were going to come play. They thought they were going to roll us over. And then they got a big, good slap in the face
They
of
sure
reality.
did. Mm-hmm.
But the shot that had been heard around the world was sent off the year before.
And that was,
Oklahoma.
that's right, in 80, right?
Yep. That
Yeah.
shot
You
in
were a part of
Oklahoma.
that victory. Yeah, that was huge. I remember it now.
Yeah, I was a part of the vicious beating we took too.
Yeah.
I was part of the reason why it didn't become once we went out there and we had that went out there,
Right.
because you get beat 42 points and you can do nothing but stand there. Now remember, I was a freshman, but being totally honest, when you're looking across the street and you got Thomas Lott, Kenny King, David Overstreet, and who was the other? And then you got Reeve Sori and Jackson for the guards. Well, they got an all-pro offense over there.
Yeah.
And they beat us by 42 points.
Oh. Woodshed trip, right?
That's
That was a woodshed.
It was.
A woodshed.
Yeah.
And that was when you learned how football was really to be played, really, for me. Because then we got to go into Penn State.
Mm-hmm. And you were a part of that.
And you got to think, I was a part of that beating that we took.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was part of the beating that we took from Pitt.
Yeah.
So those two national championship teams, plus Oklahoma, was enough of a beating for me and scarring in my life for me to have to come out and get some revenge on some people.
Yeah. And you guys just, and now Jeff Hostetler was with you, right? Was it Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Here's the funny part.
Yeah.
Here's the even funnier part. The year before, we're playing Penn State in Morgantown. I knocked Todd Blackledge out of the game. Jeff comes in the game, wins the game for Penn State. Next year, Jeff comes to West Virginia.
Ah, that's,
We go to Nebraska. We go to Oklahoma. Jeff's my quarterback. Then, so ironic, we go to the Super Bowl. That's who the quarterback I'm playing against is.
No way.
Jeff.
That's crazy.
That's crazy for sure.
Now,
So
I'm looking at that, and yes, I'm going, and I have an argument with my roommate, Bruce, about him. I told him, I said, Bruce, you know you got to get Jeff on the ground. You know you got to get him on the ground. You got to get him on the ground because you know that motherfucker's strong. You got to get him down. And what did he do? Bruce misses him in the back for a safety. Had he got the safety, we win the game because they don't go down and score the touchdown before halftime.
oh gosh.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. That's rough.
Okay. And now here's the other part of that story. If Dell makes a play on third down, we still don't have to go down and make that play. We still don't have to do that. Because during that same drive, I missed a tackle that I missed in the backfield, got up and made it across the line of scrimmage, and he made a first down. So there's that.
Isn't it interesting how you can remember like the worst plays?
When you get to sit back now, you've got perspective on everything. You've seen where you screwed up. You know exactly what you did wrong.
Yeah.
And if you could go back and do it again, would you be able to do it right? I still don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I truly, I'm with you.
Because here's the thing: fate is fate. It's going to happen.
And don't you think? And don't you think too? It's a balancing act too, because
Yes.
if you don't have those, you are really going to think that you're something special. Like, because nobody's going to beat me deep until somebody beats me deep.
Until it happens.
Until it happens. And then once it happens, you don't get to say nobody's going to beat me deep.
That's right. And trust me, I understand that. Because I used to be the guy sitting there telling you, don't worry, the four-cut's mine. I got the outcut. I got that outcut. That's mine. Let that outside four-cut go to me. I got that. You take everything deep and in.
And you taking care of the outside.
I got to get my ass out there. And you don't see it. And that's the thing. Today's day, you don't see outside linebackers that are able to get there and cover that guy. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is what I did. And I'm looking at it, and it happens every day. I see somebody run that stupid route, and I'm like, look, you either play four stick or you do something different. But you got to get somebody under that out route.
Let me ask you this to that point. The plays that you, and again, this all runs into my head. The plays that you can see, that you watch and you see guys not make, and you think to yourself, man, why can't they not make that play?
As you both sit on your couches watching Monday Night Football.
We are on the couch. We're on the couch watching, and I'm sure that it's happened to me that play that somebody beat me, but then.
Yes.
But then my justification to that is, I even got to back up that. Well, if that happened, Andre Reed did that to me. Jerry Rice did that to me.
Then you relive everything.
Now you throw out all the big names.
Yes, you're aware of that.
Yeah.
That's just like I'm aware of Randy Cross looking at me after Russ Francis hits me my rookie year. And I look up through the ear hole, and Randy Cross is going, damn. I see Randy's Cross's face all the time. So when everybody used to see him on TV, I used to say, damn, I've seen him already.
Oh, wow. Oh. Well, let me ask you this, Darryl, about it seems like you when you started in 1979 with the Mountaineers, that was a bad year. And you guys built a team. You brought in Jeff Hostetler. You added some people that could make you better, so that you went to those the Gator Bowl in '82 and the Peach Bowl in '81. Do you feel like in this day and time that your team that you built from '79 to '82 and was so successful with, do you think that would even be possible in today's world with the transfer portal and NIL? I mean, do you feel like that you would have stayed?
We'd have broke it. Let's put it this way. We'd have broke the NIL with our team. We'd have broke it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they'd have been like, no, we can't pay that one. We ain't paying it. But then again, you know what? That stuff still went on. To be honest with you,
okay.
You can't say that it didn't. It's been going on since the eternity. The NIL is just them bringing it to light.
It's true.
Let's call it for what it is.
True.
Let's call it for what it is. This is always going on. I ain't gonna throw no shade on nobody and no dust.
Yeah.
But we both know. Carl.
Well,
am I speaking out of turn?
No, you're not. No, you're not. And
we both know.
Yes, I know. Not because I got $1.
I didn't get $1.
I didn't get $1.
But at other schools,
but I know.
Here's the thing. I didn't get $1. I got one. One guy gave me $150, so I can't say that. I didn't get $1. I got one. He was passing no money, and I stuck my hand in the middle and got me one. Yeah, you damn right.
See,
just
Marshall, right? And Marshall, see, and the difference in Marshall than probably a lot of places, we had, first we had Sonny Randall, who was a former NFL player and all that kind of good stuff, and he wasn't having that. Like, he wasn't going to have us getting money from anybody. Now the program, absolutely, he's going after that. But
there were penalties. There were huge penalties for the school.
Here's the thing.
I don't think any and I might be wrong, and you can correct me when I finish here, but I don't think coaches worried about it being wrong. I think they worried about how to do it. And I think because I've talked to a ton of guys that I played in the locker room at the pro level who talked about getting money and the way they got it and how much they got, whether enough for cars and all that kind of stuff. So this isn't new. It's the way social media is, the way the TV news is, it's all that stuff now is getting out and people are comfortable with it. If you were getting paid, you were going to be as private as you could be with anybody who's not getting paid, but everybody who's getting paid is cool. We are cool.
Everybody who's getting paid is going to know about it.
Yes.
And the problem was I wasn't getting paid. And let's put it this way. I told him, I said, he went to him, I'll tell you how bad I was. And he told me no. And I will stand on the stock of Bibles with that one. I went to Coach Lee and asked him, and he told me, no, we don't do things like that, Darryl. And I watched a great running back that needed help. They didn't get it. We didn't keep. And this guy would have probably, I don't know. I say that because I watched him and played against him and seen what kind of runner he was at the age he was. I don't think. Luckily, he got hurt, and he had some problems. But, yeah, one kid, because he asked him, and then I went and asked him, and he told me, no, we don't do things like that here.
Were you there, and I can't remember if you told me this before, you were there with Robert Alexander? Were you there?
Yeah, I was there with that. I was there with him, Fulton, and Walt, all of them.
And I know we've had this conversation together because I remember it because Robert was my guy. Like he was the guy who was talking to me in my ear saying, this is what you got to do. You got to put the time in and all of those kind of things. And I have defended him on his time at WVU because what he told me was that, because he was the guy who told me don't drink, don't smoke, don't do anything, right? And and everybody's fully aware of his life and where he ended up. But he came to me and we had a conversation long before he passed, and he had said to me that he got caught up in the painkillers, and the painkillers ended up taking him somewhere else. And once he got out there, would you, do you know if that's kind of would you say that's true?
That's relatively true. Yes. I knew Robert as well. That's relatively true. But my thing was this, that took him out. I don't know what else led to it, but there was something he was dealing with that he couldn't deal with. It's just like an alcoholic. And I can only say that because I've gone through it and figured it out my damn self. He doesn't realize what's bothering him until he's done some work. And if you do enough work on yourself, you'll figure out things and you'll have people show you things. And there's ways to learn about what's going on with you.
Do you think
so? He probably needed to have somebody go through that with him, and I have had someone do, and it has made a world of difference in my life. So yes, he needed somebody to go through that with him.
Do you think that the fan base, his fan base, that was everybody in West Virginia who wanted him to go to West Virginia, do you think that ended up becoming like too much pressure? Too much and create a downfall?
I don't think so, because see, here's what I looked at. For me, if I choose to go to a place, I choose to go there on my own.
See, I don't think he did. And I don't think he did.
I'm not going there just because you want me to. Well, see, here's the other thing. Well, see, I had heard stories about what was said to Kurt Warner and he at the same time. They told Kurt not to even come because Robert was the back there, which I thought was BS because we had linebackers from Cleveland, but I was still going there, and Delbert was from Cleveland, and I'm from Cleveland. I'm playing linebacker too. So what is that?
Well, see, I know. I played with Kurt in the North-South game, and he said that he wasn't. He once Robert had gone, he wasn't going because what it looked like. It didn't. He didn't feel like they, because it took a little while before they put him in the I. Before they put him in the I backfield, I wanted WVU to recruit me so I could say no.
Oh my goodness!
I did.
Oh.
I and they never.
Shame on you.
They didn't. I think they came to the school, but they didn't. They didn't even talk to me.
Wow.
And so, like for me,
there's a natural dissent or hatred there built up already.
Yes. I was trying to. Please just let me tell you no. Please just let me tell you no. And again, I go, which at that time wasn't the Marshall WVU thing wasn't a big deal. It was WVU and then Marshall's over here.
Right.
I ended up going to Marshall just because I didn't really have any.
Went to Marshall.
Well, they recruited you.
Yeah, they recruited me.
No. You got to go to Marshall because of the coach that was at Marshall. What is his damn name?
Sonny Randall.
Oh, that's why you went there. That's why you went there.
Yes.
That's why you went there. That's why. Now I'm having brain farts. I can't remember names.
Right? Listen.
Welcome to my world.
No,
Darryl.
welcome to my world.
That's why Randy went to school there. That's why a lot of folks went to school there. They wanted the idea.
And then you're talking about Bob. Like now, Bob Pruitt was my DB coach, and Bob Pruitt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was
I'm talking about.
Yes.
Bobby Pruitt.
Yes.
That's my boy. That's my guy.
Yes.
He gets in your head, and he gets in Coach Nealon's too. And that's what I love about him. That man there don't care. He would be a great linebacker coach.
He was a great DB coach. He was like his approach to the game. It's super serious and it's super funny, and there's nothing in between. Like it's always going to be like, do this or tap you on your helmet and on one side and he jumps to the other side. You know, like he's just like having fun.
That's a perfect mixture, though, don't you think?
Perfect. To me, him and Pete Carroll are probably two of the best individual people that I have ever played for. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm blessed from both of them. I think I'm in the NFL because of Coach Pruitt. I think my career ends up becoming what I believe is successful because of that, because of Pete Carroll.
I'm gonna tell you what. You got the same guy run through your tree that ran through mine. Carroll's in my tree too. He was at WVU too.
Really?
I had Pete Carroll when I was in Buffalo.
Yes.
Oh, that was
early years.
Was that was that after he left Minnesota or?
No, this is
before he went to Minnesota. Oh, okay.
This is all before. Pete hadn't been anywhere yet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, here's the funny part that a lot of people don't know. I've got Hall of Fame coaches underneath my tree that I've been taught by, and that's funny to me.
That's awesome.
Because I'm sitting there looking and going, yeah, well, I know how he thinks. I know how he thinks, and no, he's not going to go for that, and no, he's not going to say that. I've already been coached by him. I've been taught by him. Already know.
And doesn't that reality of those type of coaches? I got Pete Carroll, I got Willie Shaw, I got Tony Dungy. You know what I'm saying? Like
the best of the best.
I mean, those people are like the best guys in coaching, and I got the opportunity to play for them. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to give credit to anybody for any amount of success that I had, I'm struggling until Pete comes.
Okay.
No.
Then Pete comes and then we go to bump and run, and he's telling me to do this, 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 and this. I do that, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm in a Y. I'm in a Pro Bowl. Like, and I'm like, what happened here? How did this happen?
That's Pete.
Yes.
There's two-gun Pete from across the street. That's we used to make up all kind of names for our coaches. So,
well, I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to bring up. Did you have some nicknames when you played for the Bills, Darryl?
Oh yes, I had a bunch of them.
I am scared to get into this topic.
No, I've got to say this, and you've got to. This is hilarious. Did you have a cheering section at Rich Stadium that was called the Tallywhackers?
Yep.
I knew it.
I'm a hater. Okay? I'm a hater.
You know those little hands that go back and forth?
Yes.
Those little they clap?
Yes.
They were blue and red. They were blue and red.
I loved the name. That was so
where
awesome.
I got the name from. I got the name from Gary Trankin.
Oh, okay.
Trankin in West Virginia. I got it there because he said, every time I see you, you go, and you knock the out of somebody. So that's when he started calling me Whack. Then it became the Tallywhackers.
Tallywhackers. That's so amazing.
How come you didn't have a cheering section, Carl?
I wasn't that big.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't as big as Tally.
I wasn't that big at all. I was just having fun. You got to realize, when we played football, Carl, it was about having fun. It was about enjoying each other. It was about enjoying the competition of beating a guy and then turning around and saying, how's my wife and kids doing? And his head exploded. So much fun doing that to people.
All right, cats and kittens, have you heard? The Quarrier Diner is back. Step into the classic vibe of one of Charleston's most historic restaurants. Don't miss the daily Blue Plate specials. Breakfast served all day, every day, and free parking. With an outdoor patio covered for the summer, an elegant basement bar, and customizable event space, 1022 Quarrier Street offers an experience unlike any other. Open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Visit QuarrierDiner.com for all the need to know and relive the good times at the Quarrier Diner.
Let's face it, bad things happen to good people. Seriously injured in a car accident, trucking accident, or even wrongfully arrested. Life happens, and when it happens to you, you will need sound legal advice and aggressive representation. That's when you call attorney Frank Walker at 304-413-0179. That's 304-413-0179. Lock it in your phone, text it to a friend. 304-413-0179. Or visit online at attorneyfrankwalker.com.
Let's Talk with Carl Lee is presented by attorney Frank Walker and the all-new historic Quarrier Diner. Come in on episodes, ask the crew questions, or suggest topics on our Facebook page. Search for Let's Talk with Carl Lee, and remember to like the page to become part of the conversation. Subscribe by searching Let's Talk with Carl Lee on your favorite podcast service, and tune in Thursday evenings at 7 or Sunday nights at 8 for Let's Talk with Carl Lee. This is Let's Talk with Carl Lee. Now back to the conversation.
So, when your first Pro Bowl, all right, what year was it?
Yes.
What was your first Pro Bowl? What year?
1990.
Okay, 1990. When you got there, what was the most interesting takeaway when you started? Because, you know, when I got there, I was like, the first thing I wanted to figure out was like, okay, how good am I compared to the rest of these people who are supposedly the best players in the league that particular year? And I felt like when I got done with it, that I felt like I was no different than any of them. Like, I didn't see anybody. Like, I thought Darryl Green was special, and I think he's a great player.
You learn that they're humans.
Yeah, but they're human too.
They're humans.
Yeah, I could see them, and I can like say, okay, well, you know, he's a little bit more of that. I got a little bit more of that on him. And, you know, you started my first Pro Bowl. It was a kind of a let me see where I rank with all of what everybody thinks are the best players. What was your thought when you first got there and you start looking around at the players?
I was
What?
I was that finally made it. That finally
Okay.
made it because
Okay.
I had been the first alternate 7 times before that.
Oh.
So, and then see, when you're the first alternate, if nobody gets hurt, you don't get credit for it. That's why they changed that rule going into the Hall of Fame, because I was about it. Because back in the day, you got to remember, outside linebackers, there were 4 of us on the field.
Right.
But outside linebackers, that was the position that everybody was playing. So now you got the best athletes on the field trying to do the best things for their team. And and when you're considered in that group, and then you look around and you see, okay, well, everybody else in this group is getting this, X and Y and Z, but you still getting B. So now I'm having a fit because everybody else that I'm in the group with is getting everything else, and I'm still sitting back here in second class. I ain't get a first class ticket. I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset because now, let's say this has been 10 years, and I didn't make All Pro until what? I mean, didn't make the Pro Bowl until my 8th year in the league, 7th year in the league. No, it was about my 8th and 9th year in the league. Yeah,
I think I was up there like that too.
So I'm like, wait a minute, boss. I done beat him. And I was like, okay, but that's fine. I don't mind. As long as I keep winning, I don't care. And then I got to the point where as long as I won, I was content. I was content with beating everybody game by game, week by week. And because I went through the 2 and 14s, the 4 and 12s, the 6 and 8s, and the 2 and 14s, because I went through that, when I got to the other side, oh boy, there wasn't nowhere in the world I was going to go back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. From whence I came, I will not go back. But here I am in life. From whence I came, I went back. I went back to the same house that I grew up in Cleveland. I'm back to that now. I'm going out again.
I want to get Darryl and Sterling Sharp in person on this show in the studio.
Oh, my God.
Because your philosophies are so similar. I mean,
it really is.
I know. Sterling played with me.
Yeah, I believe
we played in the same era.
Yeah.
We played in the same era.
Sure.
Believe me, I know Sterling very well.
Yes. We love Sterling, too.
I had gone to his Hall of Fame induction. Like, he had invited me to go. So, bro, what he does is, like, so after his induction, me and my son went, and we came home. And, bro, he calls me on Monday and says, bro, I'm going to be on the show. Like, he just calls me and said he wants to be on the show. So he comes and he's in studio. And, man, it was an amazing kind of a thing. We were the first show that he came on after him coming back home or heading home. He stopped here to come on the show and talk about his induction and the relevance of.
He even had his jacket on.
Yeah, he even had his jacket on.
Which was pretty cool. He wouldn't let me wear it, though, Darryl.
Hey, hell no, you ain't touching that. Hell no. You're not even putting that across your shoulders, sweetheart.
See, and look,
I'm sorry.
I do better.
No, I totally get
one
it.
thing that's going to be sacrilegious.
Exactly. That would have been blasphemous. I get it.
See, and I would have known not to ask. Because if I didn't earn one, I know I can't wear one.
You like me.
Told him it was cold.
I ain't going to touch it until I earn it.
Said it was cold in the studio. Come on, Darryl. I
It
tried.
can be cold. I'll stand there and shut it, and my teeth will chatter. I'll bite on my upper lip. Nope, not putting that on. I ain't earned it.
You're right.
And Lisa, if you got something, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask. I know in the intro, Darryl, we talked about you being in the 4 Super Bowls with the Bills. What was it like playing in that era in 4 Super Bowls?
My God. The most exciting thing that happened to me in my entire life.
I bet.
Other than my kids being born, that's it.
Wow.
That was it. I mean, you got to think about it. I'm out playing a freaking football game. Everybody in the world is watching. Everybody. Because our world is at war.
Right.
We're at war. They got Black Hawk helicopters up on the top of the scoreboard, on the top of the stadiums. Whitney Houston sings the national anthem.
Nice.
I mean, you tell me what else, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? And trust me, Marv has never spoke truer words.
I can't even. I don't
even know. I don't even know. I mean, to be honest with you, it was almost like I was floating. Because here's the thing. I looked around. I've seen helicopters. I've seen people with guns. And a lady sings the national anthem. And I get to go play football against my former teammates.
Wow.
I'm playing against Jeff Hostetler and Mike Fox in the Super Bowl.
And that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You got 3 kids from West Virginia playing in the same damn game. Think about that.
Wow.
How ironic is that? And they talk about we didn't have any talent in West Virginia.
It's interesting that has not been a story. That should be a story.
Yeah, but get that. They say there's no talent there. But we're still in the Super Bowl, right? Wow. 3 kids from the same damn school.
Yeah, that needs to be, that story needs to be told. It needs to be told.
And I'll add that just to throw Marshall into the mix. I just don't want it to be all WVU. Marshall has had some very, very notable, successful players in the NFL.
Yes.
Hall of Famers,
yes.
All of that.
Yes.
And
yes.
Where is the celebration for? Like, where is?
There is none, man. We're old school. We don't need that. We don't need that validation. We were our own validation once we got there. That's just the type of people we were, man. We was that little kid that didn't have his mommy walk in the street, walk into school every day because he was going to get beat up. We walked to school by ourselves with our brothers and our sisters.
Yep, that's me.
So that's us. We're that odd kid. We're that kid that nobody.
But again,
everybody wants, but nobody wanted to trust. Nobody wanted to fight with.
But again,
that was us.
But again, though, Darryl, like, you build that individual confidence up. You have that strong belief in yourself. No matter what anybody else is going to say or do, you're going to have to do something to make me think that I'm not what I think I am.
That's it. My dad always used to tell me, son, you can do anything you want to. You put your mind to it. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. He said, hey, if you think you want to do it, go do it. I'm going to sit here and watch you. Go do it. We'll sit here right behind you. Go.
Yeah, you had a good daddy.
And when I did. I had a damn good one.
Yes.
And I talk about my dad, and my dad missed one game from youth football to Marshall of my games, no matter where I played, and we had to have conversation about the game the next morning. He'd sit down and tell me about not the good plays, just the bad plays. When you have that kind of thing, you might hate it in the moment, but it is special.
It's so valuable.
It's so valuable.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
speaking of family,
why did you do that?
I'm speaking of family, Darryl. I'm going to bring this up, and if I'm wrong, just go along with it. Just pretend like it's true, okay? Okay. No. So I don't know if people know that you are the cousin of former New York Yankee Derek Jeter, and your brother is John Talley, and he also played for the Mountaineers and professionally with the Browns. What's it like coming from such like an athletically talented family? Like, I bet the reunions are awesome. You guys have all these people coming in.
That ain't half the monkeys up underneath that tree.
I'm sure there's a lot of
Please add to it. Please add to it. I want to hear more. Yeah. So I'm sure you come in close contact with Derek. Are you guys close or?
No. He's born from he comes from a different half. He comes from my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
He's the Jeter part, my grandmother's side.
Okay.
They actually moved from Union, South Carolina out west.
Okay.
Because that's where my dad's originally from, Union, South Carolina. And he came to Cleveland, and then they moved from Cleveland. He stayed in Cleveland. Everybody else went west.
Okay.
With his mom. And my grandmother stayed here because they were living in Youngstown.
And you and John are close, obviously, right? You and John?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's always been my brother. I don't think he's changed one bit. The only thing he's done is gotten a little bit bigger and a little fatter.
Happens to all of us.
No, that don't happen. No, that don't happen to all of us.
No, it don't happen to all. It don't have to happen to all of it.
Okay.
Because it ain't happening to me.
It ain't happening to me.
That's good.
See, I'm not one that's going to tell you, no, it don't happen to all of us because I'm included in all.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so we're almost out of time, but I want to ask this question just because it just popped into my head. Who was the most impactful coach on to provide you with the skill set and the success that you had individually as a player? Who would be the coach that you would give the most credit to, and why?
I would have to be me rifling through back to two people.
Okay.
Gary Tranquil.
Who?
And Bob Stemmons. Gary Tranquil.
Okay.
Who was my defensive coordinator when they called me Whack. Him and Bob Simmons, who also went to my high school and set all records there that I broke. And then he was coaching at Toledo, and I was at West Virginia. And Coach Nealon had coached him before, brought him in because he played for Coach Nealon. He and Phil Velpiano at Bowling Green as outside linebackers. And he came to West Virginia as an outside linebackers coach. And where I really honed my skill was between Gary Tranquil and Bob Simmons. Those are the two guys that were responsible for honing my craft. The one that was responsible for honing me mentally, and this is the one that was a trip, was Walt Corey. He was a former linebacker that played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was my defensive coordinator in Buffalo after I'd gotten rid of three other defensive coordinators before. Walt came in, and the way Walt spoke and talked to you, and then the funny part is I became friendly with Willie Lanier because he played with Willie.
Yeah.
Walt Corey was the outside linebacker on the team that lost his job to Buck Buchanan when Buck Buchanan came to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
And everybody knows what the rest of that one went like. So Walt taught me a lot. And he would sit there and joke with Cornelius and I about different things and different ways to get things done. And tell us, well, that guy right there can't do it. We need to get our number 56 to be able to do what their number 56 does. Or we need to get our number 97 to do what their number 66 does. So Walt, he motivated Cornelius and I, and then he gave us the ability to change what we were doing on the fly. So let's say, like, if you're playing a defense and they motion one guy one way, they motion him in or out. You could change the defense or stay in the same thing. It's up to you. You make the decision on the field, whether you want to play that or play something different. Now, how many coaches give you a decision to choose?
The great one.
The great one.
Just the great one.
And then he had four linebackers that we could really interchange. Me, Cornelius Shane, and Ray Bentley and Scott Radisek. I mean, he just moved us around. And we were just like little amoeba, just going all over the place.
See, and that's...
And we really enjoyed playing for him because here's the thing. He's a linebacker. He has the same mindset you have. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. When you got a linebacker, a guy that's played the position as your coach, and he sees what you see on the field, and you come off the field and you say, hey, Walt, but what about what we just had? He said, no, what you got to do is get him there. And he had the answers right there, right away. That's what he taught me. He taught me how to be able to coach and make changes on the move and be good and know what you're doing. That was Walt.
That's awesome. So Darryl, like Carl said, we're about to run out of time, but tell us what you're doing now, these days. Anything in particular that you want to talk about that you're doing?
Not yet. I don't want to let the cat out the bag yet.
Sure. I don't blame you.
The cat in the bag.
Yeah. Do it.
And I'll end with to your point about that coach that impacts your career. Pete Carroll, the interesting thing about him was I'm almost 100% sure he's never played defensive back. He definitely has probably never played corner.
No, but Pete's a hippie.
But yes, he is. He is. He really is. And man, like
you tell me about my coach.
he used to tell us, like, all he wanted us to do was to make plays. His whole thing was, look, you're gonna get beat. You're gonna get beat deep. That's gonna happen.
You're gonna beat. Yep.
Somebody's gonna catch the ball on you. That's gonna happen with everybody that you play with. But what I need you to do and how you become great is to make plays. And no one had ever freed me up to say, like, all they want me to do is just make plays. They're not going to yell at me because somebody beats me for a touchdown. You got Andre Reed out there. Like, how you going to stop him all day? It's just not going to happen. You got Sterling Sharp. You're not going to keep him from catching the ball.
That's just like I told him. I said, that's just like telling Will Chamberlain he can't make 15 points in a minute, in 10 minutes. Oh, they going to score.
Yes.
You had to get over that.
Yeah.
That's what it took me a while to understand that the DBs went through. It was like, wait a minute, man. See, I was just even. I just wanted to beat the guy up. All you did was make me want to beat you. And at that time, I had myself, and if I couldn't catch you, I'd run you over to Cornelius. I knew he could catch you.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we were not nice to people. We'd run you down. We'd snatch you. We let you think you're getting away.
I experienced that. I can attest to that. I watched that from the sideline. And I thought y'all was dirty, just in case you wondered.
Oh, a little shade being thrown now.
No.
See what he's doing, Darryl, right at the end of the show?
No, he's telling the truth.
Oh,
because here's the thing. I'm the policeman. I was the police cop. I was the first time something went wrong. Somebody did something stupid to one of my guys.
Yeah.
Told them about it. Let's say we had a game, the Houston Oilers game.
Oh.
We had Steinpool and them were just grabbing Bruce and Freddie by the face mask. I came from 60 yards away. I told them to stop. They didn't stop, right? From 60 yards away, I'm covering the running back going down in the end zone. I come sprinting, full speed down the middle of the hash. Everybody's looking at me running. I get to Dean Steinkuhl and I get to wearing his gut out. I'm coming from 60 yards away.
Oh wow!
Because I told them don't do that.
Don't
do that. They cut Bruce and they grabbed him by the face mask and they had Freddie by the face mask, swinging him around. I told them, oh no. And Marv made his famous saying. They lost Martin Parkettle. We lost Mr. Universe and Miss USA because they kicked both Bruce Smith and me out of the game for fighting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I ran from 60 yards. If I told you they're going to do that, they're going to do something. I came from 60 yards. And they see me running on film.
Yeah, that's intent. That's intent at its best.
It looks like Forrest Gump. Yeah, and I get down there and get to going work.
Run, Darryl, run.
So So yeah, they looked at me like, yeah, we know this was right here is just built a little different. And I told Dane Seichel and them not to do it, and they did it anyway.
And they paid the price.
Yep.
That's right.
Well,
I
my
got
brother,
kicked out the game.
I'm sure that wasn't the only one that you got kicked out of.
No, I didn't like getting kicked out. That was the only one I got kicked out of.
Oh, really? I'm shocked.
I will shut it down to keep from getting kicked out because I figure I'm too valuable to do that. That's what one thing my coaches told me. You're too valuable to me to get kicked out of the game. You can go up to that line, but you better not cross it. I'm that little kid that gets up to the line and touch it and then back up.
I was going to say, I can see you already like just reaching
Pushing
over
buttons.
the line and jumping back and like, no, I didn't really cross it. I came back really quick. I can see that.
Yes, that is me.
Well, my brother, I do appreciate you coming on, man, and we will be in touch with you again sometime
Thank
down
you
the road.
so much.
No problem, Carly. You guys have a good time.
Yeah,
You too, man.
Thanks, Darryl.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get out of here. But, Lisa, that was a fun show.
Yes.
I have to admit, that was one of the funnest shows
I'll tell
right
you,
there.
He keeps you on your toes.
Yes, he
That's
does.
for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back again next week.
Let's Talk with Carl Lee is presented by attorney Frank Walker and the all-new historic Quarrier Diner. Comment on episodes, ask the crew questions, or suggest topic on our Facebook page. Search for Let's Talk with Carl Lee and remember to like the page to become part of the conversation. Subscribe by searching Let's Talk with Carl Lee on your favorite podcast service and tune in Thursday evenings at 7 or Sunday nights at 8 for Let's Talk with Carl Lee.